Cleopatra Jones. Cleopatra Jones is what I'm bringing you. Cleopatra Jones and her big giantess Amazonationness steps onto the screen first thing kicking ass. Okay, the setup is Mommy, who is this chunky dyke who is it played by that? It wasn't Shirley MacLaine. Mommy, Shelley Winters. Yeah. She was a big chunky redhead mommy. And she had a whole ocean of poppy fields, about $30 million worth. And this was shot back in 73. So $30 million, drugs or any kind of thing was a lot of money. It's still a lot of money. But at that time, you can imagine what that amounted to. So Cleopatra Jones has this little rest haven for drug addicts and get kids off the streets and so forth called the B&S house. So Cleopatra Jones don't want nothing to do. She don't want the drugs on the street. So she finds out about all the poppy fields, and she have her crew out because she's a special agent. She comes out and says, hit the switch. They blow up the poppy fields. Mommy ain't happy. So she runs amok and calls up all her little sidekicks and do-gooders and yes men and says, oh, bump that. We're going to tear this black bitch up. I've had enough of her. and she's just going all out to get her. So she can't touch, and people let her know undertone, because you can't tell the Don that they can't handle this person that they want to go up against. So people tell her in no uncertain terms. So she said, okay, well, how can I get her? Oh, I bet you if something happened to her little charity, she'd be on the first plane hopping. So she decides to go and set somebody up at the house, plant drugs on them, and have the house shut down. So sure enough, Cleopatra shows up. But she show up on the luggage bin, kicking ass and taking names and flashing her special agent badge. So she come out looking like a little thinner Phyllis Hyman. She is enormous. And she comes out doing her little karate chopping and beating down the man. And she convinces everybody at her safe house that everything's going to be okay. No sooner she walk out the door, Mommy got people outside and they exchanging gunfire. But long story short, she is victorious in the end. Usually in a lot of blaxploitation, there's a whole revenge thing going on. But this was solely about a woman who is interested in bettering her community, getting the drugs out of the community. And it was nothing personal against Mommy, but you happen to be behind the exploitation of the young brothers in this community. You have to go. So she fights to the end. They do a little Batman scene, where they got all the guns on her, and she's just as cool as a cucumber. She's so sure that nobody's going to pull a trigger because they got to have a discussion before somebody actually shoots somebody. Oh, yeah, whatever. So they sit and have a discussion. So, of course, the hero is going to break free, and all is well, and live happily ever after, and power to the people, and live happily ever after. There you have it, Cleopatra Jones. If nothing else, please pay attention to the good stone cold soul ass whoopings that she dishes out to Mommy and her crew. So, again, Cleopatra Jones, go see it. 1973. And Tamara Dobson is a forever underrated actress that we may never hear of again because she didn't do get a whole lot of other projects after this, but she nailed this one when she did get it.